Hey, it's Kyle from thefanride.com, interviewing some of the directors of Tales from Halloween.
I'm Mike Mendez.
I'm Axelle Carolyn.
So, it was definitely an amazing movie, a great new horror anthology. When you guys said you both love Halloween, I mean, that was the basis of it. What were any childhood influences that you guys had to make your stories, if there were any, or did you share any for the other directors to use towards their movies?
Not necessarily, but my link with Halloween was kind of slightly unique, I guess, because I grew up in a country where they don't celebrate Halloween.
Okay.
So I'd heard about it because of the John Carpenter movie and a lot of other little things, and seeing pumpkins in movies, and you kind of figure out, like, at the time there was no internet, obviously. So,
yeah.
So it was just kind of like, this looks like a great holiday. This looks like exactly my thing. Even as a kid, I was really into horror movies, or what I could find as a horror movie, because I wasn't really allowed to watch much.
Oh, okay.
But so I started roping in my parents into like celebrating Halloween, and we couldn't find full pumpkins to carve, but you could find like an eighth of a pumpkin that you would use to cook, and so I would just carve that little slice of pumpkin, and that was my Halloween. And so yeah, I grew up and my celebrations got bigger and bigger, and now culminating into, well, both getting married on Halloween was kind of a big deal, but also here making a movie about Halloween. So yeah.
I don't know if it necessarily influences the movie, but you know, I have many special Halloween stories. But one of my favorite things talking about Halloween is that I grew up in South Pasadena, which is where they shot the original Halloween. Okay. So for me, it was always a joy every year to go trick or treating to the Myers house and all the famous locations there. So I don't know, it's just always intrinsically been in my blood. I just love it. I think some people are kind of born with the macabre in them, and I'm definitely one of those people. And so it's just always been the best night of the year. So, you know, and the traditions just kind of become, you know, bigger and better every year. So the other thing that I've been enjoying doing is traveling on Halloween, seeing Halloween, how it's celebrated in different cities and different countries, and no one has it like America. Yeah, of course. You know, I've found fairly safe not to leave the U.S.
We treat like the 4th of July here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, totally. No, but I mean, the thing is that it's catching on, though. I mean, I've been in Spain, I've been in Italy, I've been you know,
it was bigger
Scotland.
10 years ago. And in Europe, it was bigger 10 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
I felt it's growing, but I don't know from what I've seen. But you know, it's interesting, and so slowly it's getting out there. But yes, America has Halloween down, and it's the best. So, but we do the whole thing: the mazes, the you know, horror movie retrospectives, the you know, Goblinism concert or whatever. I mean, yeah, we do the whole.
Do you guys still currently dress up for Halloween?
Yeah,
absolutely. Any favorite costumes or costumes that you just kind of use, you know, over the years, over and over again, just because you love it so much?
Come up with different ones every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I have favorite ones. I was Beetlejuice one year. I think
I was Lydia twice.
Oh, nice.
Unrelated.
I was the melting Nazi for Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
That was a fun one. So yeah, no, and my go-to is a Ghostbusters outfit, which can be seen worn by our wonderful producer Patrick in Tales of Halloween.
Last year, the
we often share clothes. It's just a thing we do.
Yeah.
You know?
High Tension, the girl from High Tension, the French slasher film.
Okay. So for the budget for this movie, now for an anthology like this, do you guys have to all pull from the same budget, or do you guys get an individual one? Since some movies were a little bit more movie makeup, you know, a little bit more CGI than others, how does that work for a movie like yours?
The way it worked out was that we gave each director a ballpark, and we said, this is what you should be working towards. This is the kind of budget you're going to have for this. And then some people made something that was very contained, and other people made crazy, insane movies. And so when it came to production, it was very, very cool that the Epic guys were kind of, you know, they saw that some had needs that the others didn't necessarily have, or that some had challenges that needed to be met. So they were cool with, like, well, we'll put a little bit more money here, we'll put a little bit more money there, and make sure that the whole film doesn't, you know, that whatever the ambition of the short film, it is met, and it gets a budget that's appropriate for what was written.
It certainly wasn't an open check of like do whatever you want, but I think
no,
kind of
but
I think the motto that we had is like, as the Rolling Stones would say, you might not get what you want, but you'll get what you need. And so, you know, we made sure that, look, this is the story, and what are the things you absolutely need, you know. And everyone had a special toy, a special thing that was their own thing, and it made it unique, and it made it, you know, some had a little more than others, but that was what the story called for. And so it was really about what the story called for.
So going with the story, I remember you saying at the premiere that originally it was a concept of 3 movies.
We thought 13 at some point.
Okay.
But it just came down to how many people we wanted to have involved and what seemed reasonable, and it still leaves 7 to 10 minutes for each short film, so that seemed like a reasonable time.
13 was, a nice creepy number, and then it was just the reality of like, okay, these are 13 productions, so it was, kind of working it out with Patrick and Chiquette of Epic of just kind of like, look, let's find a median here. What's a reasonable, and they were as wonderful the whole time and great enough to kind of indulge us with 10. You know?
Cool. And then, so obviously the movie hasn't officially premiered, but is the idea of a sequel, a plot, continuing? Is that roaming around somewhere?
It would be amazing. We'd love to. It's such a cool concept, and we'd love for the movie to become one of those films that people watch every, you seek out every Halloween and you make it a tradition.
Yeah.
That would be the most amazing thing for us. But the sequel's going to depend on how many people watch it and how many people want a sequel.
Well, definitely.
October 16th is what it's going to hinge on.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see it again. At the
We'd love to, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I mean, if you are able to do a sequel, any other? I mean, you had so many guests in your movie alone. Any other bigger names? If you're able to throw in there. I mean, say Bruce Campbell, who Horror Fest or
we'd love it. I mean, that was kind of the idea. I mean, God, I hope I'm not saying too much here. It's like the idea was who would be agree. Look, everyone who did it out of love and did it out of thing. We could not afford to pay what a lot of these actors get for their bigger stuff. So it really is up to Mr. Campbell or Mr. England or Mr. whoever if they want to do it.
We have some people in store that just for scheduling reasons they wanted to be on board and they couldn't make it because they were out of town for that weekend or something.
A lot of directors too. Greg McLean is someone that we wanted on board. James Wan is someone we wanted on board.
And they're both cameos in the movie.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, that's actually all I had for questions, guys.
Awesome.
So thank you very much.
Of course.
We thoroughly enjoyed the movie, as you hopefully saw.
Yes, on your review. I loved it. Thank you so much.
It's nice seeing anthologies. I mean, I love like the VHS ones. So when I heard about this, I was like, oh, this is going to be so
right.
Cool. And then it went above expectations. So.
Love it. Love to hear that.
And it took me back when I first saw Creepshow, where you were kind of scared and weirded out, and it was kind of funny. And I just thought you guys really hit out the ballpark. And I love that you guys used a lot of classic special effects.
Yeah. That was important to us. Yeah, totally. We're old schoolers, right?
But thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much.